So we've now got episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This episode is called The Spangled Man, and this is going to be a full spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, you don't want to get too spoiled for you, do not watch this review. You've moored. So when it comes to episode 2, I had a lot of fun with it. I love how the episode started where we actually kind of get to, in a way, get the question of who is this new Captain America answered at the start of this episode. We find out his name is John Walker. Not really a good Captain America name, but we see him he seems he seems more pressured under everything. He feels like it's his obligation to do a good job, and he feels like the amount of pressure he is under to try and live up to the Captain America name will probably be his downfall. He'll probably struggle and he'll probably lose who he is by just falling under the pressure of who Captain America is, because of course we know Steve Rogers was chosen because he is a good man before a good soldier, but I feel like this guy was a good soldier rather than a good man. You see he got a bit of training sequences with him at the start, and he can throw the shield. You see that he's won 3 medals, so he's a good soldier. But again, I don't think he's a good man, which is where he will probably struggle with his journey to becoming who Captain America is. We also see that he's married. He's got a friend, so we know he's got his own supporting characters. But at the football match, we do see, we see the football match. It was kind of heavily in the marketing and the trailers. But he goes out, and the song playing is, of course, Star Spangled Man, the one from the Captain America, the first Avenger movie. When Captain America's doing his tour, the song is playing out. They kind of did a more orchestral version of it within this, and I thought that was just pretty cool to see. But you do see, as that's on screen, you do see Bucky watching us. So this is where Bucky first time sees Captain America. We saw Sam seeing him on TV being announced at the end of episode 1, but episode 2, Bucky sees him on TV talking about how he felt that Steve was more like a brother to him, which of course is going to piss off Bucky massively. But then we do see Bucky and Sam talking together. Bucky's really annoyed at Sam for giving up the shield. He's saying it's not what Steve would have wanted, and it was pretty cool. The whole scene before they went in the plane, their argument back and forth, really good, which is easily one of the best parts of this episode. Is the fact that they are arguing a bit, because of course they were never friends. They were just both friends with the same guy, and that's why they were thrown into the same spot. But they do go on a mission together to Germany. They're sitting on the plane. Again, this is a shot we've seen many times in trailers where Bucky and Sam are just staring on either side, just staring at each other, because they don't really have anything to talk about. They don't really have anything to talk. Even at the end of that scene, Sam calls Bucky Buck, and he goes, "You can't call me that." And Steve goes, Sam goes, "Well, Steve called you that." And he goes, "Yeah, but Steve has known me for years." So you can tell that Sam is doing it to annoy Bucky, but you can tell they would be friends, but they just argue unnecessarily. But then I think there's 200 feet in the air. Sam jumps out, flies it, and then Bucky, of course, doesn't have a parachute because they're too low. So he just jumps straight out of the plane, lands straight on the ground. And then they're actually following the group from episode 1. I can't remember what they were called. I can't remember. Their symbol is a hand with the globe and the palm. And they see them they're following them. It leads to a pretty cool truck battle, which was something I wasn't expecting the fight to go the way it went. But they were fighting on the truck. We see Red Wing actually getting destroyed. We see the ginger girl from Solo snap it in half. And then Bucky and Sam, they're kind of getting their asses handed to them. Bucky kind of falls off the side of the truck. He's hanging on the side of the truck. And then the new Captain America comes out in a helicopter with some other guy who we actually met at the start of this episode. And they start fighting alongside Bucky and Falcon on the top of the truck. But it leads to them all getting their asses handed to them. You see the the other guy who's with the new Captain America gets thrown off the truck. The new Captain America, John Walker, gets thrown to the windscreen of another car, and then Sam saves Bucky from going underneath the truck, and then they're all off the truck. But we now know that these kind of people, they are super soldiers. They have got the super soldier serum inside them, and my question is, just seeing how the new Captain America was fighting on top of that truck, is does he have super soldier serum? I don't know if it's ever been answered. I don't know if it's been like a definitive no, he does not have it. But the way he throws the shield, and the way he catches the shield, and the way he was able to fight on this and then immediately get thrown into the windscreen of a truck and immediately just get straight back up, leads me to believe that this guy has got something in him and he's not just an ordinary person. So I do wonder who the hell this guy is before all this. He's got to have something in him. He's no way he's just a normal guy. He did say at the start he doesn't have any super strength, but this guy definitely has something inside of him. But then Bucky and Sam are making their way back to the plane. The new Captain America pulls up in the truck and offers them a lift, and you can tell Bucky cannot stand him. He just does not want to be sitting there talking to him. You can tell he hates him with a bloody passion. So Bucky decides to then get off the truck. He says he's walking it. He's not sitting there with him. Don't really blame him. I wouldn't really sit with that Captain America too. He's quite an obnoxious ass at times. He's very like-minded, where he thinks he's the one who's right. He feels like since he's chosen as Captain America, he's the guy with the plan. He's the guy with the answer just because he's the new Captain America. That's what I was getting off him within this episode anyways. And then Bucky goes off. He's talking to Sam, and he's saying it'd be a lot easier for him to be Captain America if he had the actual Captain America. Steve Rogers is a wingman, implying Sam, and Sam goes, no, why would I want that? So he goes off. We go onto the plane. We see, and Bucky even implies that we should just beat the guy up and take the shield back, which I thought they were going to do, because in the trailer we do see Sam practicing with the shield in a woods that we haven't actually seen yet. I wonder if that was stuff that was filmed just to I wonder if that was stuff that was filmed just for the trailer, or if that was something maybe like that. It's going to be a little flashback in between the 6 months from Endgame to where Sam gives up the shield, where he's practicing with his thing if he wants to take it on. Actually, now I'm saying it, that's probably what it is. But we get off the plane, of course, and then they're kind of figuring out what they should do. We actually get revealed that there was a super soldier who, I don't know if it was before Cap or after Cap. As far as I know, he takes place before Cap, just going off the comic books. But it's a black man who got the super soldier serum, and because he was a black man, he never was able to be who Captain America was. He was never able to live up to that. He was really treated like a lab experiment. He really was treated terribly. He was put into prison for 30 years where people kept coming in, taking his blood. Absolutely horrible to see that. And then even after that, when he leaves the house, Bucky and Sam were having an argument on the street, saying like, Bucky saying, or Sam saying, why do we never know that? Does Steve know about that? Arguing, and then a cop car comes up, and they actually get up in Sam's face saying, you need to calm down, you need to calm down, while Bucky's standing right there going to arrest Sam. But then as soon as they realize who he is, they kind of calm themselves down. Fucking horrible shit to see. And I heard that moving forward in the series, we're going to see a lot more of that. Like, it's not going to be a one and done with that. It's going to be really asking the questions of like having a black Captain America. That's what we're going to get, a lot of that. But then of course Bucky does get arrested because he missed his therapy session. So we go over, the guy who lets him out of the therapy session is the Captain America. Very obnoxious. He's taking photos with everyone. He's loving the fame, which leads to a pretty cool scene actually I did really enjoy. It's a therapy session with Bucky and Sam. Their legs are like crossed like that on the chair. They're talking. They don't like each other. You can tell, again, as I said, they were just friends because they both had a similar friend, but they aren't really friends together. Now they get out of there though. They talk to the Captain America and saying, we're not working with you. We are freelance. You are governmental. We're not working with you. And the guy says quite threateningly, then stay out of my way then. This guy is squaring up against two Avengers who have gone against Thanos, and he thinks he can just take them on. I don't know where this guy gets off. I don't think he's going to be a villain, as in, like, I don't think he's going to be the overarching villain. I don't think he's going to be our Winter Soldier from Winter Soldier, or our Zemo from Civil War. I imagine he's gonna be a constant irritant, where he's constantly there, constantly messing things up for Falcon and Bucky. But I don't think he's gonna be our big bad. I can't be surprised by that. But they go off, and their plan is now to go get questions from Baron Zemo to find out what he knows. Where did these people get their super soldier serum? So I'm looking forward to seeing Baron Zemo. And my question is, did he get snapped? I'm very curious, did this guy get snapped or not? Because I'd like to think he didn't, and he was just trapped in that cell the whole time, but who knows. He's going to get out. We know he's going to get out, because if you look at the poster, he's got his purple mask on, so of course he's going to get out. But what's going to happen here? Really excited to see what's going to happen with episode 3, which is kind of sad. When we get to episode 3, we're already halfway through this series, which is just, it's quite disappointing. Hopefully we get season 2. I imagine we will get season 2 of this show, but who knows. If you want to hear my thoughts on episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that'll be dropping next week. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, click that subscribe button so you can come back next week and see my review of that, as well of Loki and every other Marvel content that's coming out this year, because we are getting a shit ton this year. So if you want to see all my content within this year of Marvel stuff, click the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.